Hello, and today I'm going to be demonstrating for you the constricted breathing technique, which is a standard EFT technique, can be quite useful just to improve your lung function, just to focus in on that, maybe get more oxygen into the lungs and so on. It's also a standard technique that's often used to introduce EFT to people by practitioners. I often use it when I give a talk, just as a way for people to learn the tapping points and to get a sense of some of the benefits that EFT can bring. So we begin just by taking 3 nice slow deep breaths, not so deep that you hyperventilate, but just a comfortable depth for you. And on the 3rd breath, I'm just going to ask you to measure out of 100% how full, easy, relaxed that breath felt for you. So it may be that you feel a bit of tightness, perhaps in the depth of your breath or in your back or in your chest. So you just might feel that you can't take a totally free, easy, deep breath. So that might be a 60% breath, for example. So just do it. For some of you, it might be 100%, and that's great. You can still use the technique anyway. So just take 3 nice slow deep breaths, and it's the 3rd one. You're measuring the in and the out together. So just try and get a sense of the fullness, completeness of the ease of that breath. So let's breathing in. And one more. And for me today, that was about an 85% breath. Bit of tension across the middle of my back on the inhale, but not bad. So better than it can be. So you've taken your breath, just make a mental note or jot down the number. And then let's just tap together. So tapping on the side of the hand. I'm just actually following a script for this. So that's why I'll be scrolling the document. Okay, even though I have this constriction in my breathing, I accept myself anyway. Even though there is some restriction in my breathing, I accept myself anyway. Even though my breathing felt somewhat constricted, I accept myself anyway. And tapping on the top of the head. This tightness with my breathing inside the eyebrow. This pressure in my chest. Tapping on the outside of the eye. This tightness in my lungs. Under the eye. This blockage in my chest. Under the nose. This frustration with my breathing. Under the mouth. This constriction in my chest. Under the collarbone. This constriction in my lungs. Tapping under the arm. I can't breathe as deeply as I would like to. Back to the top of the head. I can't breathe deeply in my life. The inside of the eyebrow. I feel somewhat stifled. The outside of the eye. It's not safe to breathe deeply. Under the eye. It's not safe to breathe deeply in my life. Under the nose. I don't deserve to breathe deeply. Under the mouth. I don't want to breathe fully in my life. Under the collarbone. I don't want to breathe the air of people around me. Under the arm. I cannot exhale properly. Okay, let's just go back to the side of the hand. And again, just take 1 deep breath this time, 2 if you wish, and just measure out of 100 where you are now on that. So just taking that breath. So for me, that was definitely better. I didn't notice any tightness in my back at all. So I'm going to go up to 100% or 99 maybe, and just see where that was for you. And also if there was anything in that script that you just felt a little pang, a little, you noticed that it particularly resonated with you. And if it did, maybe just repeat this 2 or 3 more times until you feel like you can breathe more easily, more deeply. So I hope that's helpful for you today. That was the constricted breathing technique. And as I posted on my page recently, it was used by a couple who were put into a Japanese hospital with the coronavirus. And he had done EFT some years ago, and he used that technique, did a few rounds of it, and his oxygen levels within a really short space, within minutes of doing that technique, went from 93, he was just about, they were trying to put him on a ventilator and he was resisting, from 93 up to 99. And that was the turning point for his health beginning to improve. So if you do feel tightness in your chest, try this technique. You have nothing to lose. Thank you for joining me today. I'm Mary Jane, and I will see you on another video very soon.